Hello, Kinisihara.
Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 of our San Francisco trip, and if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, please do check them out by clicking on the links on the description box below. On our final day in the Bay Area, we kicked off the day with coffee from Starbucks, which is located just across our hotel. We will have a long day again today in between meeting friends and family, so we need all the caffeine we could get. This is a grab and go type of Starbucks, and as you can see, there are no seats. We are now headed to our first destination of the day. Of course, I wouldn't miss this for the world because that's what I came here for in the first place. And here we are, up close and personal with one of the most famous bridges of the world and the symbol of California, ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Gate Bridge. For us to get a better view of the entire bridge, we will go to this vista point, which will surely take your breath away. Going to that location, we passed through this tunnel where any claustrophobic person must hold their breath for approximately 3 minutes. It wasn't anything close to fun for me, but as they say, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Here we are, guys, the Golden Gate Bridge in all its glory. I have dreamed of this day my entire life, and it felt surreal to be there standing. I didn't mind the cool breeze from the open sea, but instead enjoyed what was once in my dreams, now is finally in front of me. We went down further to be closer to the bridge and of course indulged ourselves, well, mostly me because they've been here before, to lots of picture taking and documenting. And this is the view of the bridge going back to downtown San Francisco. After that, we stopped by the Welcome Center to buy souvenirs, and where I also met up with my high school friends whom I haven't seen for a long time. After our initial meetup, they went ahead to our next destination, but my husband has been telling me he wants to walk on the bridge, and so we did. The walk from the starting point of the bridge to the first tower was around 10 minutes, but anyone who has better legs than me could do it at a lesser time. Be careful in this area though, because bikes come and go, and it could be behind or in front of you. We have finally reached the first tower. I don't think I could walk all the way to the other end that time because it was windy and I was already anxious with all the cars passing by. This is unlike the Brooklyn Bridge in New York where there's a separate walkway for tourists on top of the bridge. So we didn't actually walk beside the cars, and it's different from what we did here. Now off to the next location where my friends are already waiting for us. This is another famous spot here in San Francisco, the Palace of Fine Arts. According to source, it's a reminder of San Francisco's past, a symbol of the city's creative spirit, and one of the most dramatic backdrops for your Instagram feed. And true enough, we've enjoyed walking around this location and got so many pictures and videos too. This is such a fun place where you can do a lot of cool things like have a picnic, read a book, walk with your dog, or just bask in the sun on a warm summer day. And to top it off, it's free. It was already lunchtime, but we had to check these ladies out. This is the Painted Ladies, which is also a historical landmark in San Francisco. Again, according to sources, these pastel-colored homes standing shoulder to shoulder on the gentle slope of Steiner Street is known as the Postcard Row for their scenic beauty. They're famous for their Victorian style with similar features like the balconies, porches, and incredible height. We got so hungry after that long morning, so it's time for lunch. We walked from the Painted Ladies going to this place called Dumpling Home, and which, as expected, served a variety of dim sum food items. I didn't take any videos during lunchtime, and so we bid our goodbyes after lunch, and I couldn't be more happy I got to spend time with old friends. Right after lunch, I asked my husband if we can try passing the Lombard Street since we were bringing the car, and he happily obliged because, diba guys, a happy wife is a happy life. So thank you R&T for giving in. I just sped up the video, guys, so we were not going that fast when we went down the Lombard Street. And then we went to see the Chase Center, the home of the Golden State Warriors. We also checked out their Warriors shop, which of course sold different Warrior merch. This is every Warrior fan's dream. After that, we went to the hotel to rest for a bit, and then we walked just a few blocks to check out the marketplace at the Ferry Building. This is where I finally saw Blue Bottle Coffee. I've only seen this all over my Instagram and Facebook feeds, so I had to try their version of a matcha latte, and it didn't disappoint. Now, can you spot the Golden Gate Bridge? I think not. It was beautifully hidden behind the thick fog in the afternoon. It felt so magical seeing the bridge just suddenly appear. Then the highlight of our trip came unexpectedly, and it was a trip to the wine region. Guys, I cannot emphasize how surreal it felt finally being able to come to this place I only dreamed about. And just like seeing the Golden Gate Bridge and Lombard Street, Napa Valley is one of the must-see places for me here in the United States. My ninang who lives in this county invited us to come over since I also haven't seen her for a while. We were treated to lunch at Visa Tui Winery, one of the many wineries found here in Napa Valley. And then of course, completing the trip to Napa with a photo here on this spot. I finally made it here! Then my kind and gracious ninang also brought us to another winery named Castello di Amorosa, which translates to Castle of Love in English, for some wine shopping. We got to pick some grapes on actual vine and walk in between rows and rows of grapevine. They have a cute shop inside the castle where you can buy different kinds of wines as well as souvenir items to bring home. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in this trip. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did and loved it as much as I loved doing this vlog for all of you. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!